about the markets. Let's get to the floor show. Hello, traders, and Teddy Weisberg. I'll get to you right off the bat here. Today, good news was actually good news. Nobody worried that the Fed might ramp up or at least accelerate its move to tighten rates on this very solid jobs number. So what's going on today in the psychology?
Well, yesterday we clearly, technically, we bounced off a very important level in the S&P. We didn't close up yesterday, but climbed out of a big hole. And then we had the jobs number. And you're right, today good news was good news. And some days good news is bad news. It's very confusing, but up is still up. Not a lot of volume. We're not floating all the ships. There's still clearly pockets of weakness, particularly in the energy sector. But the financials are strong. The healthcare is strong. So we've got obviously more good sectors than bad sectors.
Sure.
A lot of folks I talk to are not convinced. I'm not convinced. I'm not quite sure we're out of the woods yet. But up 200, we'll take it any day of the week.
Yeah, and Chipotle is one of the leaders here, so let's all get burrito bowls on that one. And when you see a name like that, you figure the consumer's out there looking really good. Trent Wagner at the CME, tell us what you think is really the next move for the markets as we look forward to next week. Friday's ending out the session here. We're about 51 minutes to go before the bell rings.
Well, I think there could be some opportunity in a number of different areas, Liz. I think a really compelling story today as far as the price action is concerned is in the bond market. We had a good report this morning. Perhaps more importantly was a significant revision up to last month's disappointing number. But, we have stocks up big. We have the dollar index up big. You would think that based on the number we got today.
Highest since 2010? The dollar roaring ahead. Everybody should take a trip. Go spend money. Go to Norway.
Exactly.
Melissa was just talking about Norway. It's expensive there. Now your dollar buys more.
You got it. You got it. And, if you were to be told all this in a vacuum and said, what do you think the bond market would be doing if we got this news? And I think almost everyone would think the bond market would sell off. We'd see rates move up. We did get that initially after the report, but the bond market paired those losses very quickly. We have grinded it out higher throughout the session. We're actually unchanged on the day. We were up a little bit right when the program started. But this relative value argument to the U.S. fixed income products is effectively trumping this seemingly imminent Fed rate hike that we're going to be getting at the latest in 9 months and perhaps sooner. So I don't think that theme changes as we move into the fourth quarter. I think we're going to continue to see the 30-year move lower. Despite the fact that we have a Fed rate hike imminent.
Here's what else is moving lower, Peter. Now we have oil officially closed below $90 a barrel. So these are all things that when you put them together into the pot, I'm using different analogies because I said pie at the top of the hour. Now I'm using pot, so we've got a little stew going on this Erev Yom Kippur. I'm just wondering, as we look at all of this is good for the consumer when... Look at RBOB gasoline down another bit here. So we're at $2.38 for gasoline. It's good for the consumer.
Well, the volatility is definitely back in the energy markets. The biggest mover on the board is gasoline. In the beginning of the week, I said, should we break around 90.5 in the front, we will go into the mid-88s. We made a low of 88.18 on a long-term basis. This looks like it could be a low on a monthly. But am I convinced of it with all the bearish sentiment we have? No, I don't think so. But we're going to see a lot of action in the energies right now, and it's really moving around a lot.
Okay, gentlemen, lovely to see you. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. I know for a lot of our viewers right now and our traders who work on trading floors with a lot of people around,